Don't give up on homeopathy because you can't find the right practitioner. My name's Joanna, I'm a qualified homeopath, and I put this video together to give you some questions to ask homeopaths when you are looking to work with them. And hopefully you can find the right homeopath for you. So firstly, have a think about, do you want face-to-face appointments or online? And then double check that the homeopath offers those. If you wish to meet your homeopath face-to-face, then have a think about where that's going to happen. Can you travel there easily? And there's probably not just going to be one appointment, there may be follow-ups. So think about that too. And with online, that opens you up to working with a homeopath anywhere in the world. Obviously, there may be language barrier or time zones, but other than that, you're free to work with whoever. A good place to start is to go to Society of Homeopaths website, and they list all the homeopaths that are registered with them. So you're going to know that they are qualified and that they have their insurances and that they work to the code of ethics set out by the Society of Homeopaths. You can also search for homeopaths there by location. You can put in your postcode and you can put in a keyword. So if you have a particular diagnosis that you want to make sure your homeopath has experience with, you can search that and then those homeopaths will show up. Now, when you have your initial consultation, your homeopath will be asking you some pretty in-depth questions, and maybe you've never been asked these before. So you're going to have to think, is this somebody that I can open up with, perhaps be vulnerable with, and really try and see their personality? Is this someone you can build rapport with? During our studies to become a homeopath, we are told that the consultation is as important as the carefully selected remedy. So it's really important that you find somebody that you can really be with and really felt heard. Are they going to take the time to listen? This is your time for self-care, and you really want your voice to be heard. Most homeopaths offer a free, what's called a discovery call. Now, I didn't know what a discovery call was until I entered the homeopathic community, but it does get mentioned quite a lot. So this is a call that you can make, and you can book them usually via the homeopath's website, and they're going to last about 15 minutes, and it's your opportunity to ask any questions you have. So what you can do is plan these calls and then think about what questions you specifically have. Write them down, make sure you ask each homeopath the same questions if you're doing a number of them. And I would say you want to think about what you expect from your homeopath, because your homeopath will have expectations of you, their patient. How much involvement do you want to have in your treatment plan? Some homeopaths expect their patient to trust them implicitly. Sometimes they won't even tell them the remedy that they are prescribing. They may have strict guidelines such as cut out coffee or make other lifestyle changes. Is that going to be right for you? Sometimes homeopaths can sort of teach their patients along the way to be independent home prescribers. They will tell them about the remedy, really bring them on board, teach them about homeopathy. What is it that we're doing here? They will be keen for you to take the lead in your healing. Which method will work for you better? The next thing to think about is their availability. If they're booked up, months ahead, is that going to be right for you? Do you wish to have more flexibility with booking appointments? And how can you communicate with them in between appointments? Perhaps if you have any queries or questions, or you might need emergency acute care, can you get in touch with them? Do they answer text messages? Is it more emails? Will they be available for calls? So next up is a really important thing to consider, and I get asked this all the time, is there a homeopath that specialises in ... insomnia, for instance. Now, I get it. You want to know that the homeopath you're working with has got experience with the diagnosis that you have. You want to know that they are knowledgeable about the science and the medical procedures and tests and medicines that you've experienced, and that's really understandable. However, I would also urge you to take a step back and think about how a homeopath works. And we treat people, we do not treat labels or diagnosis. This isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. The remedy that you take will not be the same as the next person, even if they have the same diagnosis as you. A homeopath is going to ask you, how is your daily life impacted each day by the complaints that you're suffering? And they will take each complaint and they will ask you such a range of questions about each of those. And they will really try to get to understand your feelings and emotions at this present time. And they may ask you about the past, what has led you to this point. So although it's interesting to hear what diagnosis you have, it isn't the most important thing for the homeopath. So hopefully that's given you some insight into how a homeopath works, and maybe you're in a better position now to find the right homeopath for you. And remember, please don't give up on homeopathy, just because you don't find the right homeopath first of all, straight away. It's okay to change homeopaths. We all know that this is based on personality, and that relationship between homeopath and client is so crucial to your healing journey. If you have any questions after hearing this, please do leave them in the comments, because I'm sure other people will like to hear the answers to these as well. And do let me know how you get on. All the best. Thank you.